American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, Tom, I just really can't get my kids off their phones lately. What's your secret, man?
I told you last time, go to PrecisionSportsOnline.com and buy a hoop. And while you're there, include their court line painting. You'll thank me later. PrecisionSportsOnline.com. That's PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
This is Wisconsin basketball head coach Greg Gard. This is 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD2, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Shoot. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
We have lamented this fact here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy before. You know, there's a bunch of celebrations, and the anniversary, it's a raw deal. Because there's no song for the anniversary. Was it Animaniacs that had the anniversary song? I don't feel like that's who did it.
Animaniacs or Tiny Toons, one of the two.
Happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Like, I mean, come on.
Actually, I think that's the Flintstones. Now
Feels
that you
like a
mention
fake holiday.
I think it's the Flintstones.
Just feels like
Anniversaries in general or today?
it's Mrs. 1 year. Yay!
What the heck did you just throw?
His glasses
My
case.
glasses. I'm back. Does it? Okay. Are we going to celebrate it or?
Yeah. We're going to mention it for
You
sure.
can't be like this. This is a Friday.
Is this Sweetest Day?
This is Friday.
Sweetest Day. Yay! Let's all go buy a card.
It's Friday. You're not supposed to be like this. You're supposed to be in a good mood.
Well, but he told me he had to circle yesterday.
Yeah,
Get over
I
it.
went to Canada without a passport. That was wonderful. Yeah. I've never circled before, and I'm not
Really?
a fan.
Of all the times you've flown, no circling.
Never circled. I've done a touch and go in Chicago. That wasn't fun. But never circled.
Yeah, circling.
What is an extended? You know, these pilots are really starting to get to me a little bit.
Oh, boy.
What's an extended amount of time?
What do you mean? What's an extent? I don't even know what the premise is.
Due to weather, it's going to be an extended amount of time.
Well, how long was it?
It was an hour.
Okay, yeah, it's about an extended amount of time. I'd rather
Give me the line. What's the line?
Like, it's the weather. They don't know.
What do you want him to do? Just land?
I want him to say,
Die?
okay, it'll be 30 minutes.
But they don't know what it's going to be.
They should.
Because they're relying on the meteorologists, and they really don't know either. Like, I mean, if we've learned anything, it's that they do the best they can.
Yeah.
Especially
when you're dealing with severe
an
weather.
extended amount of time?
That would be an extended amount of time, yes.
You know there was tornadoes touching down, correct?
You can't play scared.
When it comes to tornadoes, you can. Yeah. In fact, I would encourage people to play scared.
Because Angie, okay.
Please, if there is a tornado in your area, play scared.
Yep.
That is
she called
my-
me NFL boy, and she said, would you rather have been in Tampa waiting for 2 hours? Yes, I would have.
See, that's where I
Yes.
disagree. Had a recent flight where I sat on the plane for an hour.
No. I'm saying not get on the plane, not sitting on the plane, but have been in the terminal.
So you're just sitting in the
He's
terminal.
supposed to
in
forget to turn on
well,
his
I gotta.
microphone.
I can't hear either of you guys through my headphones, so I'm over here jiggling the jack. You know, which by the way sounds like something you shouldn't do at work.
Jiggle your jack.
But anyway, so I'm jiggling the jack, and I had the microphone off, but now I have the microphone on. I would rather sit at the airport as well.
Yes.
But as I have said to you guys, I don't like being in closed spaces. In closed spaces. Can you hear me, or am I? now I'm back?
I got you.
Okay. Gabe's now. Gabe, what are you doing under there?
He's trying to reset your where you can hear there.
All right. I mean, it should be very simple for you.
What?
What was yesterday?
My anniversary.
Blammer
Congratulations.
Thursday.
Wait, time out. Really? Was it your anniversary of being a Good Karma
Happy
Brands?
anniversary.
No, my wedding anniversary.
See, now that's a little.
Either one. Either one could have been.
Although that is tomorrow, by the way.
Jeez Louise.
What's that?
My GKB anniversary.
How many years?
24.
Wow.
Holy
Almost as long
moly.
as me. So yesterday was.
Yeah, Blammer Thursday.
What do I like to do?
Drink some Blammers.
Get blammered.
What could I only have one of?
Why? Why could you only have one?
Stewardesses aren't like bartenders. They move. Well, I don't want to take them out, but.
Well, you're taking everybody else out. Why?
But my routine, and I don't like my routine thrown off.
So
I just don't.
You wanted to be able to drink more, but the plane was delayed, so you didn't get to drink more.
Yeah, I would have liked a few more pops on Thursday. And then I was planning, okay, hockey's on. I'll watch a little hockey. Plane was supposed to land at 6:15. Didn't land till 20 till 9. I have to wake up at 5 o'clock to come, or wake up. For it's just,
Mm-hmm.
It is. I feel so sorry for you.
Well, thank you, Josh. That sounded sincere.
Yeah. You're traveling between one of your 3 homes, and you had to be on a flight safe, and now you're here at work where you're rewarded handsomely for
I'm just going to
2
say
hours
this.
of work.
I should get a medal.
I
should get a medal. I should get a medal.
I, among all the people in the audience, feel a sense of pity.
Later on, hold on, later on, we're going to talk about this guy who set up his Whoop so that he could figure out which of his coworkers irritated him the most. I don't feel like we need that for this panel. I feel like Joshy's been pretty obvious
close. I was this close because of game.
Calling in.
I was this close.
Okay.
What did you say to me? I'm like, hey, I don't know with the weather if I'm going to be able to make it or whatever.
I told you yesterday because again, it was in the forecast that severe weather was coming through. I'm like, hey, if you get in too late, don't worry about it. We got your back.
So the door was wide open.
You never opened the
And
door.
honestly,
it was wide open.
And honestly, hearing you talk about the tail, I am shocked you're here. I am very surprised you're here.
Well,
we're impressed.
Let me tell you why.
No, I'm not impressed.
Let me tell you
Shocked
why.
and impressed are two different things. I'm shocked that he's here, and I already know why you're here.
Because I was bitching the whole flight. And my wife threw out NFL boy like 100 times.
Yep.
So finally we land,
Mm-hmm.
and she sees my wheel spinning. She's like, don't even think of calling and taking off work.
I was about to say, the only reason he's here
I
is
was
because
this
of Angie.
close.
The only reason he is here is because his wife told him he had to be
The
here.
fun thing is that you didn't even have to say anything. She knew exactly where your brain was going. She knew exactly what your plan was, and she cut it off at the quick.
Wait, so you want a medal. Who exactly is giving you this medal? Who's presenting you with this? Craig? Who's giving you a medal for showing up today?
I would take
Scals?
Yeah, Scals would be fine. Josh would be even better.
That ain't happening, pal.
No.
Yeah, you're going to have to go above Josh.
Yeah. So I'm here. I'm back.
But you don't want to celebrate the Miz anniversary. The Miz
I just
anniversary.
think
Because he's miserable, so he wants everybody else to be miserable.
I think every day could be an anniversary for something. In work, in sports, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's how days go.
Yeah.
Every day is somebody's birthday, too, man.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Which most people do not like.
What do you
Most
mean?
people do not like their birthday.
I don't think that's true. I think that
Half?
it's a vocal minority.
I hate my birthday.
Yeah, this point made.
Yeah. What?
You are on one this morning, man.
No, I'm not.
I
I'm
was
just like
I was not expecting Monday
I think
Chewy
you
on
guys
Friday.
discount how many people that are just like me that are out there.
Oh, no,
No,
honey,
whoa,
there's
whoa.
no one
There-
just like
Do
you.
not sell yourself. You are one of
I'm
one,
just-
pal.
All
You
right.
are one of one.
1,000%.
There is nobody else like you.
So I guess
and
if you're
I'm
gonna
happy
be,
to have you, but I just want to let you know
All
there's
right,
nobody
okay.
exactly like the big guy.
I guess if you're going to be miserable, the Miz-versary is a good day to do it. It is the anniversary of Jacob Mizorowski's debut with the Milwaukee Brewers, and of course he is on the mound again tonight, taking on the Phillies. It should be a good series for your Brew Crew, and you will get to see Christopher Sanchez as well over the weekend. But we were talking this morning about what a year it has been for this young pitcher. 24 years old, took the league by storm, has certainly, just embraced everything that is Milwaukee. Milwaukee has embraced him, Gabe, your reaction to this last 365 days of Jacob Misiorowski's career?
It's been unbelievable. And I didn't think he would become what he has been this year. Like, there was a legitimate conversation we were having. And I went back and I looked at his game log from last year. He gets off to that great start, 11 no-hit innings. He's striking a lot of guys out to the point where, hey, this guy's electric. People want to see what he can do. Just went head-to-head and beat Clayton Kershaw. Did it with Paul Skeens as well. Let's get him on the All-Star team. Got a bunch of guys saying no. Let's get him on the All-Star team. And that was kind of the high point because after that, he kind of sputtered after the month of July. And the ERA climbs to 4.36. Is he going to be on the postseason roster? He was absolutely dominant, electric. And then I don't think it's unfair to say it was a quantum leap this year. To go from a 4.36 ERA a year ago to 1.50 leading the league, 116 strikeouts. He's made 13 appearances this year. He's thrown 12 more innings than he did all of last year. He's walking less guys, giving up less hits, less dingers, striking out more guys somehow. But he has legitimately gone from an exciting prospect who can throw triple digits to the best pitcher in Major League Baseball.
Well, let me ask you this. Take all the great pitchers since, say, Randy Johnson, Clemens, Scherzer, that type of. When were they at their best? When were they at their most dominant? Because I'm like, how much more dominant can this guy get? He's only 24. So were they at their best at 28, 25, 31? Where is that window? Because as amazing as he's been, I don't think he hasn't reached his potential, which is kind of insane to talk about.
That's an insane thing to say out loud.
So the thing is, it varies from pitcher to pitcher, right, Gabe? When you talk about the all-time greats, there were some who did, burst onto the scene. There are some who have been fantastic their entire career, barring an injury here or there. But I think about some of these guys who didn't have the stuff that Miz had, right? Like when you talk about Greg Maddux being one of the all-time best pitchers, right? He doesn't have Jacob Misiorowski's stuff. He was just a smart pitcher who knew how to use his arsenal, right? So that takes some time in the big leagues to figure out what works for you, to figure out how to keep hitters, off. So I have a hard time sitting here going, what is the average age for when a pitcher hits their stride, just because pitchers win differently.
So
pitchers have success differently.
Who's the comp? Randy Johnson? Both big guys, both through heat.
I like it.
And I like that, too, because Randy, in his early days, didn't know where the baseball was going.
Yeah.
Like, he had no clue.
Yeah.
Threw hard, but your guess was as good as hit as where that ball was going to ultimately end up. And, when he was 29 is kind of when he started coming into his own.
Yeah, I mean, to add context, 27 to 29 is typically what they call the prime for pitching. Your strikeout numbers come down a little bit, but you learn how to be an MLB pitcher at that point. So you are a better pitcher. Even like the Miz might not strike out as many people or lead the league in strikeouts when he's 25, 26, 27, but he'll be a better pitcher, which is hard to fathom because he's really seemingly figured out, he just pumps the zone now and says, hit it, dare you.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. and batters stand no chance. The amount guys look absolutely foolish when he's on the mound this season is something I don't know how often I've really seen. And he's going through the lineup 3 times, sometimes peeking into the 4th.
Does he develop another pitch?
I don't think he really needs to.
I mean, right now he doesn't need to, but he might.
Yeah.
It's the Brewers pitching lab. You never know what crazy ideas they're going to come up with next and make this dude completely unhittable.
Yeah, but what's his off-speed stuff? His off-speed stuff's
97.
90.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of guys' fastballs.
His changeup is 98.
I did see an article the other day that was talking about Jacob Misiorowski being a strong candidate to start this year's All-Star game for the National League. And I do think that it is worth noting, which Gabe did, last year when he was put in the All-Star game, there was a lot of pushback. There were a lot of baseball purists who said, what has this kid even done to earn a spot in the All-Star game? But I have seen, again, because of the leaps he has made, because of the success he is having, people apologizing. I saw a tweet the other day from some guy that was like, my bad.
That's
I was
good.
real hacked off when Jacob Misiorowski was in the All-Star game because I thought, oh my goodness, what is baseball doing? But it is obvious that he is a generational talent. It is obvious that he has shown that he is one of the best pitchers in the league. And oh, by the way, good for us for getting another opportunity last year to see him pitch, because now we have seen the evolution of what he was then, which was still pretty dang good, and what he is now, which is absolutely electric. 800-990-3776. Jacob Mizorowski making a start tonight for your Milwaukee Brewers against the Phillies. It is the 1-year anniversary of his debut with the Brewers. How impressed have you been with what he has done? Gabe says it's otherworldly. Gabe says, what was the phrase that you used?
Quantum leap.
A quantum leap.
Seriously, his ERA was 4.36 last year. That's like, okay, you can maybe be like a fourth or a fifth starter with that. Scrape around for a little bit. 1.50. And to Josh's point, the other part that's so incredibly impressive, his last 5 starts, 7 innings, 6 innings, 7 innings, 7 innings, 7 innings. Like, he went 7 innings once previous to that. He has the next step that he has taken, even from the beginning of the season, is, if I just pump the zone, I'm still getting the strikeouts that I'm looking for. The hits are down, and I'm able to work deep into the game, which not a lot of pitchers do anymore, and it helps save the bullpen. It's just watching his numbers just fall. It's unbelievable over the last 2 months.
He leads the league right now in strikeouts per 9 innings at 13.38. For context, Randy Johnson, who started the All-Star game in 1999, the guys that you mentioned as a comp, 13.7 Ks per 9. And if and when, Jacob, if Jacob Mizorowski is named the starter of the All-Star game, he may set the record for strikes per 9 innings in Major League Baseball for the starter in the All-Star game, which, again, people are saying, like, to your point, Randy Johnson is one of the greatest ever.
Mm-hmm. Dude won 5 Cy Youngs.
When's the last time a pitcher won MVP?
Verlander.
Huh. I mean, because it's almost like he'll get there.
And this article that I'm looking at, guys, says even if Mizorowski doesn't start the All-Star game, he still could set a first-half record. Jacob deGrom had a 14.28 K per 9 in 2021, the highest first-half mark ever. Like, that's what we're talking about. Rare air. We're talking about the top tier. These guys, I mean, Jacob deGrom was like the best pitcher in baseball for a stretch there. Never was able to turn it into.
Is he better than Skeens?
Miz?
Yeah.
This season,
I think if both were available, more people would prefer Skeens.
More pedigree.
Projecting into the future, they would?
Yeah.
I would say no. Why?
Yeah. People would. Because
Has Skeens been roughed up at all? For some reason, he's not.
He has.
He has.
Few times.
Couple different times he got roughed up.
He came in with the amount of praise and then he delivered on it. Like, they think it. You would write the story, this is just a rough start to the season. He's still very, very, very good.
Yeah, I know that.
The fact that you were even having the conversation, though, tells you how far Jacob Mizorowski's come.
Yeah. All right, happy anniversary.
There it is. You came around on us. We got a lot of stuff to get to this morning on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. We have Jason Wilde. He'll tell us all about what's going on at 12:65. Craig Carmens is going to join the show. He was actually at Madison Square Garden for that enormous game, that big Knicks win. We'll talk to him about that. We got Reachu coming up. You'll want to stick around for that. Chewy in studio. Let's see how it goes. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy rolls on.
Maybe I'll go and see if I can find the big guy at Yingling, just try to calm him down. Cold beer, warm summer nights, the people who matter most. That's the spirit of Yingling Lager. From small town main streets to packed stadium parking lots. Again, you should be packing the parking lot of the ballpark with a big start tonight. Yingling Lager has been bringing people together for generations. It's a real American beer. Smooth, rich, and it's now right here in Wisconsin. Can't wait. I got a big event at my golf course this week. Member. Can't wait to crack open a Yingling when I'm out on the golf course. But you can do it at tailgates, backyard barbecues, fishing trips, and ball games. Yingling Lager belongs wherever Americans come together. Brewed with pride since 1829. Crack open a Yingling Lager. Raise a toast to American tradition. DJ Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We do have an issue on Greenfield Avenue eastbound, right at 116th Street. We have the right lane blocked on Greenfield because of a crash. So careful with that. Onto the freeway, though. Northbound on 41 is slowing down from North Avenue all the way up to Silver Spring. Southbound's backed up from Silver Spring down past Capitol Drive. They're wrapping up this accident on 894 eastbound right about at 27th Street. It's not really affecting your ride anymore, so we should be in good shape through that area. East and westbound on 94, just tightening up a little bit through the stadium. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, chance of rain and storms. Some may be severe, a high of 84. Tonight, scattered showers and storms early, then partly cloudy and breezy, a low of 58. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Junior Achievement, we believe students learn best by doing. With support from Pieper Electric, young people are gaining real-world insight into careers that keep our communities running, from energy and engineering to skilled trades and technical innovation. Through hands-on experiences in JA BizTown, students are discovering how their interests can turn into meaningful careers. Thank you to Pieper Electric for helping inspire the next generation of builders and problem solvers. Learn more at ja.org.
Catch a Brewers showdown with the Phillies Friday, June 12th through Sunday the 14th. Come see the crew and leave with a giveaway as the first 25,000 fans on Saturday the 13th will get a William Contreras bobblehead, courtesy of Nicolay Water. Then, kids own the ballpark Sunday the 14th when the first 5,000 fans ages 14 and under get a Sal Frelick jersey, courtesy of Joy. Score your seats for a can't-miss summer weekend at Brewers.com.
The best mornings
in the morning light.
Start with Wrangler.
Pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started on the right foot.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Good mornings make for better days.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Wrangler, for the ride of life.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This Father's Day, do more with Dad and spend less with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Get him fired up with a new grill and accessories, like the Next Grill 5-burner for just $299, so you can spend more time together while he becomes the grill master he was always meant to be. Or build memories with savings on top brand power tools so you can tackle projects side by side. Gift more and do more together this Father's Day with help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Ready, down, put. All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project? Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Visit extpros.com.
We really enjoy our time with Jason Wilde, but especially as mandatory minicamp is underway in Green Bay. Good morning, Jason. How are you today?
Over. We're done.
Woohoo.
It's over. Go home. It's over.
What movie was that?
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller.
There we go.
Yeah.
Chewy's in a mood today, Jason.
No, I'm
so
fine, Jason.
Excellent. I love it when he's in a mood.
Yeah. So what did we learn? What did you learn? What were your takeaways?
Nothing.
Your biggest nothing at all?
Nothing. I mean, Tausch asked me that same question last year, and I told him that, and then he got all irritated and, basically accused me of shirking my responsibilities. I mean, this stuff, again, it's not like Chewy is that old. It's not like Tausch is that old. It's not like Brian Bulaga is that old. But our NFL guys, man, they practiced in the off season in a vastly different way. They did do full speed stuff at least, which is progress, I guess. But the issue with that question, and it's a perfectly reasonable question, the issue with answering it is that, like, okay, Jagger Burton worked with the number one offense. He was at right guard during the final week of full team OTAs. He was at left guard all 3 of the past 3 days with Aaron Banks resting. Did we learn that he's going to be a starter when the season starts? No. We learned that Matt LaFleur really likes him, right? But from an on-field perspective, we learned that they're probably, based on what we watched, they're going to be definitely an 11 personnel team the vast majority of the time. But is that not something we kind of already knew, right? But the fact that Matt LaFleur, and I wrote about it today, like the fact that Matt LaFleur got a question that he knew was coming after everybody and their brother saw that Jagger Burton was with the number one offensive line, the fact that he got a question on that and answered it by saying that he is going to be in the mix for playing time when we come back for training camp, that is significant. And because he could have easily, as we all know, answered with, kind of one of his, I don't want to say typical, but a milquetoast answer that would have not really given us any reason to get super excited about Jagger Burton. Instead, I think there's reason to think, as Gabe is so excited about from our conversation yesterday, that maybe they'll rotate him somewhere. Give him some reps. Go against the policy of all other 31 teams. So, like that kind of stuff. We talked about the wow throw that Love made to Jaden Reed in practice the other day. I guess I learned that is definitely a play that will be in their playbook. It wasn't just improvisational, because when I talked to Jaden and to Jordan, it was like I was trying to get, the combination to the safe in the back of the building or something. Like it was fun to have them kind of relive the play, but they were very leery of any specifics. So there were some moments that really jumped out. There were some guys getting some opportunities. I mean, Brandon Cisse got some work with the ones at the same time. Again, they don't have that many corners, so I kind of expected him to get some work with the ones. Does that mean he's going to be ready, to be a starter on opening day? I don't think so. But he's going to certainly be a guy that they're going to want to bring along quickly, so if he needs to play, he can. So I guess what I'm saying is, back in the olden days, I feel like I walked out of there with a much better handle on, I watched their defense, and I'm not entirely sure. It looks like they're going to line up Edger and Cooper on the edge, put the edge in Edger and Cooper a little bit more. But again, I'm looking forward to training camp. I'm looking forward to our Packers position by position, or Gabe, what do we call it? State of the Packers.
State of the Packers. Yeah, that's coming up in a couple weeks.
So there's a lot of things I still want to find out more about, but I don't think I walked out of Ray Nitschke Field yesterday feeling like I had a significantly better handle on what they kind of have in their bag, if you will.
Jason, who is lining up in Micah Parsons' spot at the start of practice? And if you were a betting man, who is that going to be week 1?
So it was Baron Sorrell more often than not. But Colin Oliver, who I am really intrigued by, and I'm not ready to say he's like the defense's answer to Marshawn Lloyd, but he didn't practice. And there's a guy that I think we're all kind of talking about. I saw Brenton Cox line up there multiple times with the ones too, so he's in that mix. I think it's going to be, Lucas Van Ness and the Pips for now, right? And this is another big opportunity, for Lucas Van Ness. And that goes back to, the answer that I horribly gave to Jen's question. Like, yeah, Lucas Van Ness spent that one practice in the Packers backfield, right? We talked about that earlier in the week. At the same time, what does that really tell us? It tells us that he had a good day that day, but do we have sufficient evidence to be able to say, hey, based on what I saw during the offseason, they're going to be able to get through the Micah Parsons list portion of their schedule because Lucas Van Ness has made a huge jump? No, I can't say that. Is that obviously the hope? But I think we haven't gotten the training camp schedule. We know now, Matt LaFleur guarding that information too, like it's a social security number. But they're gonna open. The first practice will be July 29th. But again, like back in your day, and I don't want to be the old man yelling at the cloud, but like back in your day, you guys had so many padded practices. Like there was just so much more information and I'm not saying we should go back to that because that was stupid. Like the fact that you guys would open training camp with double days in pads from the very jump, that's ridiculous that they did that, right? But it also allowed us to glean a lot more information, have a much better feel about what exactly we're looking at.
And as we talked with Jason Wilde on the Yingling guest hotline, the other issue I guess I have when I first saw that, okay, Lucas Van Ness is having a great day, it's not like the offensive line is that established, right? So is Lucas Van Ness having a good day? Is the offensive line having a bad day? And are we going to have any idea what they have there until week 1? Because are we going to be able to learn enough in those joint practices to know if, Jordan Morgan's going to be ready and be a legitimate left tackle in this league? Or do we have to wait until they open things up on the road in week 1?
Yeah, so, and unless there's been a change, there's basically 1 or 2 joint practices with the Cardinals, right? Which would be, I think, August 20. Based on the preseason schedule, they play the Cardinals on the 28th of August, so those would potentially be the 25th and 26th. But again, they've also kind of gone to this only one practice when you do it with a joint with another team, because by day 2, guys really don't like each other very much, and it gets a little bit out of hand. So it may just be one joint practice. Matt LaFleur had said that he doesn't have them planned with the Steelers or the Broncos because those, and again, I understand, like, I don't like it when our girls play like or run in late evening, nighttime meets or playing games, right? It's a long day, right? Monday Night Football, long day. And the Packers obviously have plenty of primetime games. But the idea that, Matt LaFleur's explanation for not doing a joint practice with the Steelers or the Broncos is that those games are night games, and so you're in Pittsburgh or you're in Denver for a long time. Like it's like the one bastion of useful football left, right, in the preseason, because not even the preseason games are useful other than evaluating, the lower 2/3 of your roster. So I hope they have more joint practices than just one. But yeah, that's exactly, Gabe, what you're waiting for. Like, how is, I assume Josh Sweat reported to their off-season program, right, for the Cardinals?
I believe so, yes.
I want to see what he does. I want to see what Jordan Morgan does against him in a real practice. Because, yeah, we'll have some padded practices, and we'll see what Lucas Van Ness does. But that's, again, I was talking to Zach Tom as he comes back from his partial tear in his patellar tendon, and that was his goal. And then he said, look, if I have to play in a preseason game to feel like I'm ready for week 1, I'm basically gonna do it, even though he understands, that nobody of his stature does that anymore. But that's kind of where you're at when you're trying to get ready, especially if you're coming off of an injury. And in Zach Tom's case, he's kind of from the Tausch and Bulaga cloth of, I really need to practice in order to feel like I can play on game day, whereas guys like Bakhtiari and Clifton, they could just practice a little bit on Friday and still be effective if they needed to be.
Jason, before we let you go, Pro Football Focus put out a list of the best Packers players at each position of the last 20 years. Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, et cetera, et cetera. But what stood out to me was that Tucker Kraft was named as the best tight end for the Green Bay Packers of the last 20 years. And as we have discussed when talking about Tucker Kraft's contract situation and extension, it is a relatively small sample size. Does that say more about Tucker Kraft or more about the way the Packers have gone about the tight end position over the last 20 years?
Well, I'll tell you this, if I was Martellus Bennett with that weird shoulder injury that I caught from Aaron Rodgers breaking his collarbone, I didn't realize that those were transferable. And then I blame the medical staff for pushing me to play, even though I didn't play. I would be offended. I would be offended if I'm Richard Rodgers, who made that unbelievable Hail Mary catch. I'd be offended if I was Andrew Corliss, who was on a Super Bowl team. I would be offended if I was DJ Williams.
Okay, all right. Now we're going
Ryan
too far.
Taylor.
He's dunking it.
I think he's making a point.
Sternberger.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Josiah.
Taguara.
You guys. See, first of all, I want to thank you for joining us. Secondly, you guys got the better ones. Like I was kind of ramping
I don't
up
know.
to those,
DJ
and you
Williams.
nailed it.
DJ Williams is a pretty good one.
Jay Sternberger is the gold standard. It pains me to say this, but once again, Chewy wins.
I don't know, because, I mean, I when I think of tight ends, I can't help but think of Scalzo and Brust with Joshy as the producer calling Josiah the Messiah DeGuara.
I have no comment.
Own it. Just own it.
The best part of that, though, was that, like, that's the one time that Goody let Matt LaFleur basically make a pick. Like, one of LaFleur's best friends was his position coach. He had this play like Don Beebe in the Super Bowl, but playing for the University of Cincinnati, where he showed it to his team. Look at this college guy chasing this guy down, never giving up on the play, which, as Chewy will tell you, does not go over particularly well with NFL players.
No.
So I think it can be both. Like, look, Tucker Kraft is really good, and I want apologies from everyone who, before he broke through, and I said he reminds me of Chewy because he can do everything. Now, obviously, it turns out he can do everything a hell of a lot better than Chewy. But I was right, and so well, you got Sternberger, I got the zinger on you.
Yeah.
But it's legit. Like Lance Kendricks, love him, great guy. Nobody's in this class. So again, if we want to look at that through the proper lens, both can be true. Their track record at tight end, not great. Tucker Kraft, great. And that's why, like, even watching practices this week, Luke Musgrave practiced the first day and then didn't practice the last 2 days. Josh Wiley, who blew off everybody who tried to interview him yesterday, had a pretty decent camp, but he had a flight to catch, and Domofsky had looked up all the flights, and they were all delayed because of weather, so he really didn't have a flight to catch. So it was a nice little fact check by Rob. I just, it's a hard position to be great at, and I mean this sincerely. Chewy was great at it. He was. And Tucker Kraft is, but I would guess that there's probably a lot of teams that we could be making the same jokes with and inserting names that those fan bases are familiar with, like we just did, which, again, Sternberger and Josiah the Messiah, I mean, I admire you guys so much. Well done.
Jason, we appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right, everybody, take care. Be good.
Listen to Jason Wilde on Wilde and Tausch right after our little show here on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee.
Commercial payments at Fifth Third Bank are experienced and reliable, but they're also constantly innovating. Might seem contradictory, but Fifth Third does just that. They handle over $17 trillion in payments smoothly and effectively every year. And we're also named one of America's most innovative companies by Fortune magazine. After all, that's what commercial payments are all about. Steady, reliable expertise that keeps money flowing in and out like clockwork. But commercial payments are also about building new and disruptive solutions. So Fifth Third does that too. That's your commercial payments of Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Slow down on northbound 41 between Mayfair Road and just south of Capitol Drive. Southbound is slowing down a bit from just before Silver Spring down to Hampton. And then westbound on 94 backing up out of the stadium interchange to Hawley Road. Eastbound slowing down out of the stadium to 35th Street. Everything else looking pretty good. Traffic is brought to you by Racine Danish Kringles. Father's Day is Sunday, June 21st. Time to send Dad a fresh and delicious Kringle. Order today at kringle.com or call 1-800-4DANISH. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Chance of rain and storms. Some may be severe, a high of 84. Tonight, scattered showers and storms early, then partly cloudy and breezy, a low of 58. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Father's Day is coming up, and let's be honest, Dad doesn't need another tie. Give him something he actually wants. New windows that lower energy bills, a durable new roof, beautiful siding, or a bath remodel he can brag about to every guest who visits. And during the Exterior Pros and Baths June savings event, you'll get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Hey, Tom, I just really can't get my kids off their phones lately. What's your secret, man?
I told you last time, go to precisionsportsonline.com and buy a hoop. And while you're there, include their court line painting. You'll thank me later. precisionsportsonline.com. That's precisionsportsonline.com.
Don't let summer pass you by. Turn it all the way up at Summerfest. The music, the moments, the memories you'll replay all year long. Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance, June 18th through July 4th. Get tickets now at summerfest.com.
You can never have too many tools. Shop DeWalt deals at Lowe's. Get a free Select DeWalt 20-volt max power tool when you buy a Select 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery kit. Plus, get a free additional DeWalt 20-volt max 8-amp-hour battery when you buy a DeWalt 10-inch 20-volt max dual-bevel compounded miter saw. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 6/24 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Dell PCs with Intel inside are built for the moments you plan and the ones you don't. For the time you forgot your charger at the gate,
Passengers, we are now on our initial ascent.
or when you're bouncing between projects like a ping pong ball. We build PCs with long-lasting battery life, so you're not scrambling for an outlet. And built-in intelligence, so you can stay focused on whatever you're doing. Dell Technologies, built for you. Dell.com/Dell PCs.
Outfitting your team? Planning an event? That's a whole lot of moving pieces, and your custom apparel shouldn't be one of the headaches. At Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more, you get more than just printed shirts. You get a local partner who helps you design it, order it, and gives you the confidence that will all come together on time. From team gear to company events, no job is too big. Big Frog delivers quality, guidance, and a smooth experience from start to finish. Skip the guesswork. Go local. Come see us in Mequon or just jump online. bigfrog.com/Mequon.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Big hurt.
I heard that's like, eh.
Ron in the Key wagon saying you guys should slow down before you take on a sponsor.
Here I am.
On 94.5 ESPN.
For 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage authority in Wisconsin. Do not let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. Brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget, and they will build you a custom design if that's what you need. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisstores.com, GEISstores.com. Don't think twice. Call Geis. So we were talking to Jason Wilde about Pro Football Focus's all Packers team of the last 20 years. And we mentioned that it is Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, Greg Jennings. Jermichael Finley is on this list. They did give 2 tight end slots. So Finley and Kraft. Then your line is Bakhtiari, Sitton, Lindsley, Lang, and Bulaga. I got to be honest with you guys. I don't have much issue with the list they put together. You know, is there somebody who you feel like got snubbed here? Is there somebody over the last 20 years that you feel like should have been on this list too that was left off?
No, I just wonder how good Finley could have been.
Sure.
Right? I mean, because his career was obviously cut short with the neck injury. But he was I mean, he was an okay blocker. He was kind of a getting away blocker, but from a he was a mismatch problem.
But that's what the tight ends of that era of the late 2000s, early 2010s were.
Yeah.
Right? Like you think of, was Antonio Gates that great of a blocker? Jimmy Graham wasn't. Like Jimmy Graham, as we discussed, tried to make the case that he was a wide receiver because he was set off the line so much. Like in that era, that's what teams wanted to do with tight ends, is have that big athletic freak. And they didn't care if you could block or not.
So I think one thing that we do have to pay attention to, though, guys, is this list is through today.
Mm-hmm.
So theoretically, Tucker Kraft, as we mentioned, is the only player who is a current player on the list of all Pro Football Focus team of the last 20 years. But there could have been players from this era, from this generation, and there aren't. Is that problematic?
I mean, I think Rashawn Gary should not be on this list over Micah Parsons. And I know Micah Parsons only played 12, 13 games, whatever it was last year.
The defensive one, but yes.
But yeah, that's about it. Because, I mean, you take a look at this, like, is Jordan better than Aaron? Nope. Aaron Jones had a lengthy career. Josh Jacobs been here for 2 years. All right. None of the wide receivers have had over 1,000 yards.
Do you think when it's all said and done, Josh Jacobs would eclipse Aaron Jones?
No.
If you went back 23, then you're talking Amon Green, you're talking Aaron Campman, you're talking KGB, who are better. Amon Green is
the best running back in
Aaron
franchise
Jones.
history.
So it's like there was 20 just kind of cut off a handful of really good players.
And the reason why they're doing it is because 20 years ago is when PFF started.
Yeah.
So they have data going back to that. So that's why they did the last.
But
20
on
years.
today's roster, not really.
But
right?
what I'm saying is that a problem? Is it a problem that on today's roster, and again, let's just even go back, to the Matt LaFleur era, that you just don't have any players who are currently on this team who are even sniffing this list? What does that say about the way that they've constructed the roster? What does that say? Do they have elite players?
Well, I think Zach Tom would have threatened Bulaga, but he's fallen off.
Because the injuries.
Because of the injuries. Because we thought he was projecting to be like
all pro.
All pro, Pro Bowl player every year. But these last 2 years, he's dropped off. The other guys are young.
Well, that's the thing. It's just such a young roster, and you have anytime you're doing any sort of all-time list, like you have to be
but
generational.
Do I think Christian Watson is going to be as good as Jordy? No. Do I think Reed's going to be as good? Who was Cobb or who else was on
Jennings?
The list? Jennings? No. Right?
Probably not.
I mean, Josh Jacobs, this is probably his last year here.
Look at the safety position. I mean, could Xavier McKinney, with a few more years of top-tier play, could he get on this list over Adrian Amos?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In fact, he would, if at the end of this year, he'd probably get past Adrian Amos.
Was Nick Collins on the list?
Yeah.
He should be.
Yeah.
Do you want me to rattle off the defensive list? I got it here in front of me.
Yeah.
Mike Daniels, Cullen Jenkins, Kenny Clark, Clay Matthews, Rashawn Gary, Devondre Campbell, Desmond Bishop, Jair Alexander, Tramon Williams, Charles Woodson, Nick Collins, Adrian Amos.
I mean, those aren't great.
I mean, the corner's pretty good.
I mean,
yeah, Desmond Bishop's going to get pushed out.
But
by
I mean,
Edge.
the D line.
Edgerrin Cooper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So is Devondre.
Cullen Jenkins' days are numbered.
I mean, Campbell had one good year.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. One good year got him on here.
good-
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Why can't you telling me that?
I mean, Rashawn Gary,
Yeah.
really?
No, Micah should already be on that list instead of Rashawn.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
Why do you think he wasn't? Because if they were willing to put
Length.
Tucker Kraft on the list,
Length of time. Because Tucker's
how
at least
many more games did Tucker Kraft play than Micah Parsons in a Packers uniform?
significant. I mean, Tucker played 3 years.
Yeah.
Micah played
2.5.
Yeah, it's
But
better.
still,
it's better
yeah,
than
yeah.
3
Yeah.
quarters. A
Yeah.
lot better than 3 quarters. So that would be the only thing that kept Micah. So Micah is eventually going to end up on this list because he's locked up long term. Like, I think they still have enough star players, but it also kind of tells you, like, again, a lot of those names that we listed off were from the Super Bowl team in 2010. That was a really damn good team.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough to unseat those guys unless you go on and win your own Super Bowl and, again, start putting up some of the career numbers that a lot of these guys had.
Should Woodson have been on there?
He was.
How many safeties were there? I thought you said
He was
Amos-
cornerback.
And Charles played corner.
And
for the
frankly, there's
Packers.
3 CBs, 3 corners, 2 safeties.
But he was better as a safety, though, wasn't
No.
he? You don't think so?
No.
He
I thought
played
he was on the
corner
back end
for-
of corner.
But he played corner for the Packers.
He played safety out of necessity 1 year after Nick
Okay.
Collins got hurt, and then he
Yeah.
played safety for the Raiders. But when he was Defensive Player of the Year and having the 9 interceptions, 3 returned for touchdowns, that was
Was Al Harris eligible for that or no?
yeah.
And he's not on
He's
it?
not on there.
Tremont?
Tremont was. So the corners were Jair, Tremont, and Charles. Jair was better than
Would you have gone
Jair's
Al
I'm
Harris
putting Al
over
Harris instead of
Tremont?
Tremont. Al Harris is pretty damn good.
Really, Al? So you would keep Jair.
I mean, he covered me.
Yeah, here we go. There it is. Tremont
But he was a nickel.
Awesome.
Tremont? Well, why'd they get rid of him?
Because he got old.
Yeah, but Al
he was
Harris
38.
awesome, too.
Al Harris is pretty damn
Yeah.
good. I
They
mean,
got
when it
rid of
comes to
Tremont and
bump
brought
and
him back.
run, yeah. He was good.
We used to have good corners. What the hell happened?
Yeah, we
Keisean
did.
Nixon, Quentin Rollins, Josh Jones,
Keep going.
Kevin King.
All right, now you're getting snarky.
Demarius Randall.
That was the one I was looking for.
Does it concern you that there aren't more current day players on Pro Football Focus's best Packers players of the last 20 years? 800-990-3776. Tucker Kraft is on the list. And did we say, is he the only one then?
He's the only one.
Of the current roster for your Green Bay Packers, Tucker Kraft is the only one. Now, that doesn't mean that, if you did this again in a year or in 2 years, there might be a couple of players. You said there's no way Josh Jacobs gets over Aaron Jones, but you do think Xavier McKinney could find his way in there over Adrian Amos.
Surprised he's not already there. Because, again, like if one good year was able to get Devondre
Kraft.
Campbell
yeah.
onto the list, like it's not like Adrian Amos was some
No.
8-9 year 10 Packer. Like Xavier McKinney was first team All Pro, second team All Pro. Like to me, he should be on that list over Adrian.
I agree. Yeah.
And it's very unfair because Nick Collins was very good when he played. But if we're doing the length of duration stuff, like how much more does Xavier need to do?
But still, Amos was a guy. He was a guy.
He was
He was
very
a
good
guy.
those first 2 seasons.
He's fine.
It was a good safety.
He was the classic when he's not there, you noticed guy.
Yeah.
But when he was there, you didn't really notice him that much.
So our beef is that Micah's not on the list, but
Yes.
you could make the argument that he didn't play enough in a Packers uniform to warrant being on the list.
No, I
Xavier
would say,
McKinney's not
I watched
on the
enough
list.
for Sean Gary that.
Well, I would agree with that.
Come on. Who are we kidding?
Is there anybody else for the current roster? You said Edgerrin Cooper would likely get on this list by the end of
I
his
think
career.
Devontae Wyatt, or if Hargraves has a really good year and gets into double-digit sacks, that's another guy that you would see on that list. The problem is a lot of the guys on the list are like either literal Hall of Famers or guys whose contract or whose career, if they went a little bit better, end up as a Hall of Fame. Like Nick Collins was earmarked for the Hall of Fame.
I mean, and again, it's because the roster is still, and they've done things to the roster to add to, so it's not the youngest team in the league anymore. But like, we're just getting to the point where some of these guys, like Tucker hasn't even signed a second contract. You just got the second contract for Jaden Reed, just got the second contract for Christian Watson. It's going to be 3 years here probably for Josh Jacobs. We'll see how this year goes and see if he's a Packer in 2027.
Would Jordy have been on first contract? Probably not. Would Greg Jennings have been on first contract?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's tough when you have a team this young, and you're comparing it to entire careers of guys who, as Josh said, either are some guys are Hall of Famers, or like the majority of these guys are going to end up in the Packers Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
All-time greats in the history of the franchise.
I mean, Devontae, Jordy, and Jennings none of them would be on here after the first contract. Devontae's second year was one of the worst years we'd seen. And then he just became the best wide receiver in football.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that's what Christian Watson's going to end up being, but there's certainly a lot more left. And, like, Jordy was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Even a really good career from Christian Watson, it would be like, well, does he deserve it over Jordy? Like, what he did in those years when he was there? Like, I don't know what he would even need to do for it to be like, yes, Christian deserves this spot. It's like top 5 wide receiver in the NFL for the next 5 years.
Yeah, it would have to be a longevity thing. Yeah.
800-990-3776. Does it concern you that the Pro Football Focus list of the top Packers players of the last 20 years only has one current player on the list? Let us know, 800-990-3776. Maybe Joshua will throw it up on the Infinity Exteriors poll on the Twitter page and on the YouTube stream as well. Infinity Exteriors, refresh your home with roofing, siding, or windows, all backed by a lifetime workmanship warranty. InfinityExteriors.com.
Hey guys, remember the way you felt when you were 25? Early morning workouts, a breeze. You had a drive that kicked in way before that first cup of coffee. Now fast forward to today. You feel like you're losing or maybe even lost that edge? Might not be your age. And that's what I thought. No, it could be low testosterone. And that's where my friends at Mentality come in. They start with a comprehensive 100-point blood panel to help get to the bottom of what's really going on. Then they build a personalized treatment plan using testosterone replacement therapy and targeted peptide therapy to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. In fact, 94% of men report renewed energy and focus within 60 days. And just so you know, this isn't some new, trendy, off-the-shelf solution of the month. Mentality, all about real medicine. While they can't actually make you 25 again, Mentality can get you back to feeling like the guy you used to be. So schedule that appointment today with Mentality at lowtusa.com. Contact Mentality at lowtusa.com.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Your road to the ESPN Milwaukee Open starts with one lucky phone call. Listen to On the Tee Tuesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee for your chance to qualify. 10 listeners will each receive a randomly assigned golfer in the Memorial Tournament, and the highest finish wins the grand prize twosome.
Thanks to Delzer, a division of Proof, The Bog, Marquette Athletics, Tony Wendorf and Associates, Events by Design, Boucher Automotive, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Loyal Family Renovations, Gruber Law Offices, and Siding Unlimited.
At Saturn Lounge, we know if your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform, not just exist. Your storytelling would inspire, not fall flat. Your integrated campaigns would create impact, not excuses. There'd be no refreshing dashboards, no waiting on a report to explain what happened. It's time to generate quality leads and turn them into customers. Let's make it happen with Saturn Lounge, your marketing partner for clear, measurable results. Visit us today at SaturnLounge.com. When marketing works, it shows.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
Hey, better. Swing into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee for the $300,000 Big League Series. Just play with your rewards card over 3 months to earn entries. Here's the lineup. Leading off April, on deck May, in the hole June. All monthly entries you earn will roll into drawings on Friday, June 26th, where you could win cash, free play, or one of 3 new Toyota vehicles. It's the $300,000 Big League Series, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Looking for a dinner that actually impresses and cocktails that keep the conversation going? Head to the second floor of St. Kate the Arts Hotel and discover the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. Bold, elevated dinners, thoughtfully crafted cocktails. It's the kind of place where every plate and every pour is made with intention. Come for dinner, stay for another round. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
Enjoy Ozaki County's premier golf destination, The Bog in Saukville. Featuring 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer, The Bog offers a golf experience unlike any other for all skill levels. But The Bog is more than just golf. It's the perfect setting for corporate events, weddings, and group outings. Our team brings every detail to life. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, then enjoy a bite to eat in our restaurant or out on our new patio bar overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy The Bog.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a superior light beer to match it. From the pitch to the pour, Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy Michelob Ultra while watching FIFA World Cup 26 at Zocalo Milwaukee, Social House Menominee Falls, Nomad World Pub Milwaukee, and Three Lions Shorewood. Michelob Ultra, enjoy responsibly. 2026 Anheuser-Busch, Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Heading to Milwaukee's east side? Make Veer North your first stop. Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Alex Stroh. Here to tell you at Veer North you can catch the big game, hop on a shuttle to the stadium, or hang out for live music all summer long. Elevated food, craft drinks, and a packed event lineup. Veer North knows how to keep the energy going as the weather starts to warm up. Close to Fiserv Forum, Summerfest, and UWM. It's the perfect place to pregame, postgame, or just stay for the whole thing. Veer North, right where Milwaukee comes together.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
There's two things she counts in the house. One of the pictures. What do you think the other one is?
Firearms.
Viagra.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Josh DiMaggio here for Milwaukee Weight Loss. Summer has a way of making you want to feel good in your own skin again. Maybe it's pulling out the summer clothes, planning vacations, or just wanting more confidence and energy day to day. I was ready for more than quick fixes. I wanted something that actually worked and lasted. I'm feeling lighter and more energized and back to enjoying the foods I love while creating healthier habits that actually fit my life. I'm sleeping better, feeling more confident, and noticing changes that keep me motivated every single week. It's a doctor-developed, doctor-supervised program designed to help people lose weight safely and naturally and to keep it off. Some patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in just a month or two. Many patients lose up to a pound of fat a day. This program is different. No intense workouts, prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, or counting calories. No drugs, surgeries, or injections, just a proven metabolic reset. And for a limited time, you can get $200 off from Milwaukee Weight Loss with their summer special. Book your free consultation now at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com or schedule it over the phone at 262-235-3980. That's 262-235-3980. And make sure you tell them that Homer and Josh from ESPN Milwaukee sent you.
So we mentioned it earlier this morning. This dude on social media hooked up his Whoop, which is like, one of those biometric measurers. It's like the Apple Watch or the Oura Ring, to his work calendar to find out which coworker gave him the most stress. So essentially, he'd receive an email or something, have to do some interaction with the coworkers, and he would track based on his Whoop and his heart rate and his anxiety and all of those things, who was causing him the most stress. Now, this is wild, and I can't imagine that a lot of people are going to do this. But if we did this here, I know exactly who the coworker is who causes me the most stress. It's Maddie Hayes.
Why?
Because she comes in here to do those social media videos, and I don't want to do the social media videos. And they ask me questions that I don't want to answer. But so I'm like, can you just tell me what you're going to ask? So that I can figure out what I want to say. It causes me anxiety. So it's not necessarily her, but it's what she's been tasked to do. So I don't even need the Whoop. I know who the stressful coworker is here.
She's mad at me.
Why would she be mad at you?
You defended her.
I know, but I thought you guys were all on the text yesterday. She's like, hey, can you show up to the watch party for this? And I'm like, no, I don't do appearances. I'm sorry.
She didn't say anything.
Is that why you think
Well, I
she's
didn't
mad?
get a return text, so
What the hell is she supposed to say?
a thumbs up. How about just a thumbs up?
No, because we're not trying to encourage that type of behavior.
Wait, hold
and
on,
I know
though.
exactly what happened. You want to know what happened?
Tell me.
So she probably didn't want to do it, and she went to Joshy and said, should he do it? And Josh said, sure, but there is no chance in hell he's going to do it.
I had literally nothing to do with that text message. Didn't know it was happening.
Wait,
No.
I do want to get into this, though, because I actually had this conversation with my husband the other day. The thumbs up goes a long way in the correspondence, okay? Like, I sent Dario a text the other day. It was like, hey, Layla has an orthodontist appointment. Please make sure she's ready to go. When I get home from work, I'm going to zip her over there, right?
Yeah.
I don't hear from him. I don't hear from him. I don't hear from him. So I call the house phone and talk to Layla to say, hey, girlfriend, you have an orthodontist appointment at 9:30. Just make sure you're ready. Then Dario texts me, and he's like, I had it under control. Awesome. Great. I had no way of knowing that. So I was like, the thumbs up or the 10-4 good buddy, whatever your version of that is, goes a long way in the communication. So to your point, when you said to
huge
Maddie,
on the thumbs up. You know what? I cannot text Ange. She will go absolutely crazy. I do it if we're fighting because I want to zing. If I text her K, she goes crazy.
Just the letter K.
you just
the letter
told
K.
us that you mean for it to be adversarial.
Yes. Yeah. Which is usually followed by
words you can't say on the radio.
Yeah, well, it's she sends a symbol
Can
back.
you do that on the YouTube stream?
It was
wasn't-
this
that
finger.
was
It
the
was my
ring
ring
finger.
finger.
I understand how it looks like it might have been because it's a large finger. His ring finger is
also,
as
my
big as
angle's not great from over here. I'm
Can I
looking
make
at
a
it from the
confession?
side.
Yes.
We are totally unregulated as it pertains to YouTube.
You should have
There
never
is
told us
no
that.
governing body. I've kept that close to the vest.
Why?
This is like Gabe yesterday.
Why?
Hey, if you want to take tomorrow off, go ahead.
Why would you say
He just
that?
opened the door.
But
but I knew I had the safety net of your wife.
Yeah.
That safety net always exists when it comes to you showing up for the show.
Wait, so time out. Do you guys know who causes you the most, Josh? You don't have to answer this. Gabe, do you know who causes you the most stress here at Good Karma
Who
Brands?
causes me the most stress here?
Evan Cohen?
Yeah, probably.
It's because he's an agitator.
Well, no, like when my phone rings and I look and I see it's Evan.
What could this possibly be?
Yeah.
It might be a very pleasant conversation.
It could be. But there have been plenty not pleasant ones over the years where we're like, oh boy.
That's another thing I get yelled at for not having stress. I hear it all the time. Must be nice to have no stress in your life. What the hell am I going to stress about?
Oh, circling.
Turns
that
out
kind of.
You seem to have enough self-induced stress.
I could have landed the plane fine. It might have been a little bumpy, but I'm getting in.
The amount of privilege we've been experiencing from NFL Boy today.
Oh, it's so good to be back, Josh.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
For the most part, things are looking pretty good. We do have our usual backups, though. Southbound on 41 from just south of Appleton Avenue to Hampton. Northbound's backed up from Mayfair Road up past Burleigh. Westbound 94, got a little bit of a backup from just before 35th Street all the way to Holly Road, and then west of Highway 100 to the county line. Eastbound backing up from Mitchell Boulevard to about 35th Street. Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. Dedicated to helping businesses do business better. Visit jamesimaging.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 80. Tonight, mainly clear, a low of 62. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. And while buying a home is a big deal, it certainly doesn't have to be and shouldn't be a stressful experience. At Great Midwest Bank, we combine competitive rates, fast pre-approvals, and honest advice from knowledgeable loan officers to help you every step of the way through your home buying or building journey. For 90 years, our customers have been part of the GMB family. Experience a state of tranquility at GreatMidwestBank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde. Father's Day is coming up on Sunday, June 21st, and let's be honest, Dad does not need another tie, another coffee mug, another World's Greatest Dad t-shirt. Get him something he can really enjoy. Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles. Order at Kringle.com and send your dad his favorite flavor, like my favorite, bourbon pecan. You can even add a bag of gourmet coffee to your order. So go to Kringle.com or make the call, 800-4DANISH, and have it shipped just in time for Father's Day. Kringle.com. Racine Danish Kringles. Not just a treat, it's a tradition.
We are the home for all your Bucks coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally very own Good Karma brand station. Shoot. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
Despite the social media's best attempts at making it seem like Micah Parsons was complimenting Caleb Williams, Micah Parsons came out and said that it was clip farming, and then later talked to the media and said he did not say that Caleb Williams was the best player in the NFL, the number one player in the NFL. Apparently yesterday, somebody in Chicago asked Caleb Williams how he felt about Micah Parsons saying that he was the best player in the league. That's totally irresponsible. Like, you can't do that, right? Joshy, did you end up having Caleb Williams? You do. You got the video of it. I see it right there. This is Caleb Williams responding to that question. I believe it was yesterday.
So I think you said that he was the best player in football. Yeah. It's cool. Would you ever vote for Packers? Would you ever vote for Packers the best player? Probably not, but that's on my side of how I do things. But obviously he's a phenomenal player. You worry about him every single snap. So
what the hell are we doing?
I don't know.
What the hell are we doing? Like, and Micah said some very nice things about Caleb because the league eventually decided to just put out the entire clip of him talking about Caleb Williams, but no one in their right mind voted for Caleb Williams to be the best player in the NFL. Micah Parsons didn't do it, and the NFL put him in a bad spot, and some reporter decided to not do their due diligence, do their job, basically, and ask Caleb, Micah called you the best player in the league. No, he didn't, you dipleet. Pay attention for 2 seconds. That's all I ask. It's not that hard.
But it's on Caleb Williams, too. Are you that delusional?
Well, I mean,
you're not even the best quarterback. You're not even in the top 10. Wouldn't you say, very nice, but I am not the best player?
I mean, he said it's cool. I wouldn't vote for any of, he tried to move on the best he could.
But shouldn't he have said it? Look, maybe he wasn't aware, but shouldn't he have said, actually, I don't think he said that. He did say some very nice things, very complimentary things, but I actually don't think he said I was the best player.
I have no idea if Caleb saw the video or not. It's not Caleb's job to see the video. It's that reporter's job.
And now, think of as a player, if it would have got back to you, I would think it would.
I have no idea. Maybe not. But I think anybody within that organization knew that Micah didn't actually say that.
Do you think these players look at their Twitter feed constantly or no?
Some do. Some don't have Twitter. Some have their teams run a Twitter account, right?
Okay.
So clearly some do. Like Kevin Durant, I know it's a different sport, but Kevin Durant spends a lot of time on Twitter, seems to enjoy himself.
I'm just thinking back as a player because I think I told you guys we would just get every day a printout of every article. Mm-hmm. And you have so much downtime sitting in your locker because you're so bored. You'll scroll. You won't read everything, but if there's something that piques your interest, you'll read a little bit of it. But
I do think it is valuable to hear what Micah Parsons actually said about Caleb Williams. He said, I can't lie. The celly and everything is super great. I won't even lie to you. I'm talking about the Iceman gimmick.
Yeah.
He really sped his clock up. He wasn't taking as many sacks. He felt confident in the system. I always want to see people succeed, regardless of who they play for. I just don't want to see you succeed against me. Like I said, I got something for the Iceman for sure. Where there's ice, there's also fire, and I'm the fire. That's what Micah Parsons actually said when he was being recorded for the NFL top 100 players of 2026. And for that reporter to not have the full context and to essentially read a couple of headlines or maybe articles that were aggregated in the Chicagoland area and ask Caleb Williams this is just wild. Well, it's absolutely wild.
And the other wild part is, like, if you want people to say interesting things for the top 100, if you want to make that a good program on the NFL Network where you've got good players giving honest feedback, saying what they think, you can't put players in this situation. You can't just
because now you're not going to trust him.
Correct.
I wouldn't trust him at all.
Like, so next year, is Micah going to sit down for this?
No.
And say anything because you decided to hang him out for dry because you thought it would be fun to put out a social media video of him saying that the quarterback of the team that's the biggest rival in the division is the best player in the league? No, like it's a bad job done by most people in this situation all the way around. And
I mean,
again,
what if you did that in one of your pieces, Jen?
Oh, yeah. Big trouble.
That's not good,
Yeah.
right? It wouldn't.
Well, you can't manipulate what people say, to serve
Yeah.
a certain purpose, to serve a narrative. And two, if I tried to push something like that through, I have an editor, I have bosses that would say, hold up, this is, So again, that's why you have to just do your due diligence.
Huh.
I'm surprised that we don't know the name of the reporter who
well,
asked.
because it's not a reporter. It's just the NFL. Whoever's running in charge of this.
I'm talking about yesterday.
The Bears
in Chicago, who was in the media room, who posed that question to Caleb
It
Williams.
sounds awful baity, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy knew.
I don't know that they did.
You don't think so?
I don't. Because again, I think it would have been prefaced by saying, like, we know he walked it back, or we know there's been more context added, but what did you think when you thought that Micah Parsons had said you were? That would have been like the way to phrase it.
There is a plentiful amount of evidence that when something initially reaches market, like inaccurate news stories, oftentimes we've seen stuff get reported and then it gets retracted fully. The New York Times has had to do it. Other places have had to do it. But what makes headlines the first time is what lasts in people's minds.
Yeah,
and that's
part,
that's the like
Is
we
it-
we
oh.
saw the Micah video, but I bet there are millions of people who still believe that Micah said that about Caleb Williams, and they will forever. And it'll be brought up endlessly because, well, that's what I saw last, and the retraction is never as big as the original statement.
Is it slander?
I don't
Does it
think it's
fall?
slander.
Does it rise to that level?
No.
I don't. It's got to be something. You
Chewy's
can't,
like,
you know.
defamation of character.
Yeah, I just want to sue somebody. Sue everybody.
You are in that kind of mood today.
A little bit. First
got-
person to sue would be right there.
We got Reach-U coming up. You got to get your mind right, pal.
It's destroyed.
You didn't even get to drink that much last night.
And that's the problem.
He'd do better if he got to drink more. I think there's scientific evidence that might back that up.
Yeah.
Sushi is more than a meal. It's an art form, and now you are invited to create it. St. Kate the Arts Hotel is presenting Studio Sessions, The Art of the Roll. It's an intimate, hands-on evening inside the studio kitchen and cocktails where guests are welcome with a complimentary cocktail, wine, beer, or sake, then guided through crafting 3 stunning sushi rolls from the very first fold to the final cut. Culinary artistry made personal. Reserve your evening at stkatearts.com, stkatearts.com.
And Gabe and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We're still looking at a pretty good ride shaping up. As a matter of fact, southbound 41 is actually looking pretty good. Most of the delays happening right past Hampton. On the northbound side, slowing from Mayfair Road up past Burleigh as per usual. Eastbound 94 slowing down from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th Street. Westbound slowing down just as you're making your way through the stadium interchange to Mitchell Boulevard. Buying a home? Apply for a stress-free mortgage from Great Midwest Bank and experience your state of tranquility. Visit greatmidwestbank.com, your equal housing lender. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 80. Tonight, mainly clear, a low of 62. Weather's brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof siding and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. For the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Shop the big The heart of this country is local. It's neighbors looking out for neighbors. It's small businesses that know your name. At Piggly Wiggly, the people who run your store live right here, right alongside you. And when you shop with us, every dollar stays in the community we all call home. Stop in today and see the difference shopping local really makes. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever.
$998 buys you a magnificent diamond solitaire engagement ring at Kessler's.
A solid gold mounting shows off a big, beautiful diamond, 3/4 of a carat.
Glitter, twinkle, sparkle. This is the definitive diamond solitaire engagement ring.
You can choose a round diamond, radiant, marquise, or oval.
3/4 of a carat. Any shape you want.
Any color of gold you want.
A 1-carat solitaire is just $1,498. Ask to see the Evermore engagement rings at Kessler's. You're going to be ecstatic about the color, clarity, and cut of your diamond. Evermore.
Each of these diamonds was lovingly created in the heart of a miniature star.
Your diamond will remain. Evermore.
Your diamond was born about the time you fell in love.
You will be in love. Evermore.
Your diamond has been waiting patiently for you to see it, love it, and choose it.
Don't keep it waiting. Come to Kessler's. To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Father's Day is coming up, and let's be honest, Dad doesn't need another tie. Give him something he actually wants. New windows that lower energy bills, a durable new roof, beautiful siding, or a bath remodel he can brag about to every guest who visits. And during the Exterior Pros and Baths June savings event, you'll get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our great friends at Road America, America's national park of speed. Turn your day into an experience at Road America. Conveniently located in between Madison, Milwaukee, and Green Bay, this legendary track offers more than just racing. Walk the grounds, explore every corner, and watch the action from wherever you want. Kids 16 and under get you in free with a paying adult at the gate and camp on site all weekend long. IndyCar is must-see and is coming up on June 18th through the 21st. Great food, great views, and non-stop action. Road America, where racing meets outdoors. Check out roadamerica.com to get tickets.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
But she doesn't know. Every now and then, I got the blammer coming up and like, I'll let you use my tractor for 2 of the blue things. Which I think's a pretty good deal. Which gets me in trouble.
You got a Viagra ring? Yeah.
Shut up. 94.5 ESPN.
Tell me to go. You know what I always say, happy wife, happy life. He is aggravating me. I might just fly back after I go to the Jewelry Center because that is the place to go. From custom-made in Milwaukee engagement rings to everyday pieces like diamond earrings or a gold chain for a special occasion, that Jewelry Center does it all. And here's the thing. They design everything in-house. So you can sit down with an expert, build the perfect ring, and it may cost less than you think. When that day comes for my boys to take that next step, I know exactly where they're going. They're going to the Jewelry Center. Just ask Gabe. Gabe loved his experience. Stop into one of their 4 locations, Brookfield, Greenfield, Burlington, or Mequon today.
Think you know the show better than the average ESPN Milwaukee fan? Now's your chance to prove it. It's time to play The Week in Reach-You.
How you feeling, big guy?
I feel good. Feel good. Wow, wow, wow.
5 questions.
Yes.
All quizzing you on things you said throughout the course of the week. You get 3 right, you win. You get 3 wrong, you lose. I believe did he lose last week? I know he got the first 2
lose.
And then got the last 3
Yeah.
incorrect.
Got a little cocky. It's kind of spurish. Kind of a spur.
Kind of blew the lead.
Yeah.
Got up by 29 and took the foot off the gas.
Happens.
All right, Joshy. Question number 1.
This is how you gush. This is the proper way to gush. Not this. Miz.
Oh, wow. Didn't even have to ask the question.
Yeah.
Who did you deem was being properly
Miz.
gushed about
I find it awfully ironic that the show started this morning with not wanting to celebrate the 1-year anniversary, but finding the gush proper on Monday. Monday to Friday.
We're kind of flipping. Usually.
But I did come around and wish them happy anniversary, though. So
8.5 is the over-under for Ms. strikeouts this evening at our friends at Potawatomi.
Over.
Although Joshy says he likes to use the little slider.
Heck yeah.
Get a little more juice on
Crazy.
that. Get a little more juice. Question number 2, Josh.
Yeah.
Didn't think it was going to happen for you, big guy. Congrats.
There was a few sweaty moments.
Why did you have some sweaty moments?
See, that's
As
a
a
hard
kid.
one. Why did I have Jen?
I know the answer. But play
day?
the audio again.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't think it was going to happen for you, big guy. Congrats.
There was a few sweaty moments.
I have no idea.
High school graduation. Graduating high school. A few sweaty moments.
It was more the grades. Like,
You need the
fourth
proper grades to
grade was fourth grade was questionable.
How bad of a kid do you have to be to potentially suffer failing fourth grade?
Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Chewy's wishing No Child Left Behind existed back in the 70s.
I thought technical school was looking like the outcome.
Instead
But I
of-
rallied.
And went to a fine
Lot like the
university.
Knicks, I did.
Which, by the way,
Yes.
please tell me that you all have seen the tweet that's been circulating about that. It said, see, the problem is the Spurs know how to take the lead.
Yeah.
They don't know how to hold the lead. And the holding is the most important part.
Yes.
All-time tweet.
All right, you're 1-1.
Yeah.
Pivotal question number 3.
He would agree with me. Me and Adam are on the same page.
Why are you and Adam on the same page?
Nookie.
You knew he was going to remember that one.
Yeah.
That was a layup.
Yep.
That was a layup.
Good for you, buddy.
Because you guys yelled at me. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Adam
surprised
knows.
Josh did this. Like, because Josh was yelling at you for saying it, and then he made it a trivia question.
Well, Adam's not here anymore.
Oh, it was more about the shame of being
Yes.
around somebody reputable like Adam
I've seen
Schefter.
the anger. I felt the anger. I've had the anger. So I knew what the situation was from. And
I like how he's reporting it as if it's fact.
All right.
Well, based upon our prior conversation, journalism 101, it really facts don't matter.
Not super huge.
Yeah, not huge.
All right, you got 2 right. We're in a great spot, big guy.
Yeah, I
just
feel
got to
good.
get one of the final 2 right.
Okay.
Any
Then
office.
Dock my pay.
Any
Dock
office.
my pay.
Who did you offer to dock your pay for?
Maddie.
For what? What did she do?
What did she do?
Yeah, I mean, you already got
Hold
the question
on,
right.
hold-
I'm trying to
This is
see if
extra
you can
credit.
get the entire
What
context.
did Maddie do?
I thought this
She
would be an
cooked
easy
fish
bet.
in the microwave. Yeah. That's right.
Do you think there are people who just happen to tune into the show on Friday and then hear this segment and go, what did I miss this week? Like,
That's what we're hoping for. Then they can tune in next week.
So I won.
You did. You want to
Yeah.
run it up on Joshy?
Let's pile on.
Question number 5.
You always have to catch me at stuff. Why can't you just let it slide every now and then?
What did you pretend to take accountability for when you're actually proud of it?
I mean, I remember, but I don't. I think that was Wednesday. One more time, Josh.
You always have to catch me at stuff. Why can't you just let it slide every now and then?
I have no idea. Do you know?
I got the answers in front of me, pal.
So you know. Problem is, if you gave me the answers, I'd still find a way to screw it up. What is it? I have no idea.
So you pretended to take accountability for, Josh called you out for it because you're actually proud of being a fake fan, being a front run Jesse.
Yeah, accountability. That's what it's all about.
Now we're back to the cycle.
Know what accountability means?
That is uncertain.
You know what's crazy is you can't tell him nothing, though, because he just won.
Yeah.
Can't tell you nothing.
That was an ugly win.
Hey, beats the last couple of weeks, pal.
I don't know, man. The ones that you knew definitively.
Yeah, he did.
It was like.
Didn't even have to ask the question.
Yep. Swinging at the first pitch.
Must be
Those
getting a
things
lot of nookie.
were yard.
Yeah, you're locked in.
Not cranky, not crabby.
Hope I packed those bluebirds. I can't remember if I did.
Good job, buddy. I
Yeah,
think being
thank you.
back in studio is the difference here, right? We're
It is,
We're gonna get
yeah.
on a little roll here. Did you know what his streak is? Does he have like a streak of like 2 in a row, 3 in a row, 5?
Well, I
in a
mean, we
row?
hadn't done it in such a long time because of different things happen on Fridays. Chewy missing
takes off.
Fridays. Joshy missing Fridays.
Chewy's not a big Friday work guy.
I'm a glide Friday. I'm big on the Friday glide.
Because he is very much on the record. If he
Yeah.
had to have a 3-day weekend, he wants to take Monday off versus taking
Correct,
Friday off.
But if you're gliding on Fridays, is that a 4-day weekend?
Also, if we were to track,
You're here.
if we were to track the days, I bet we'd have more Fridays off than Mondays off.
You think?
I know. I do the schedules.
I was about
around
to say,
here.
Josh is kind of responsible for some stuff around here. As much as I would love to dispute this claim, I feel like he's got the facts and the research on his side.
See, the funny thing is, I was going to, after, I got scolded for thinking about taking the show off, I was going to text you guys and say, hey, I'll get there when I get there tomorrow. Which I knew was a lie because I was still up at 5 till 5 this morning.
Of course.
Walking around the lawn. And I'm like, it's 5:50. I should probably go.
You were out in your front yard at 5 to 5?
Yeah.
Dude,
Well, the
what?
sun's up, right?
I got to check the sprinklers, which probably could turn off.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Got a lot of rain the last couple days.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Wait,
so.
when you're walking around, are you doing it barefoot?
Yes.
That's grounding. That's what
Grounding?
it's called. When you walk around outside barefoot,
I walk everywhere barefoot.
it's called grounding.
Yeah, I
really
hate
good for you.
shoes.
It's a little woo-woo.
It's a little hokum, if you ask me.
A little what?
Nonsense.
Definitely crunchy.
I said woo-woo. That didn't count?
No.
Why, you guys don't walk around barefoot?
No, I do, especially when I'm like starting to feel a little like, ah. I'm like, you know what I need?
Doesn't your dog poop in your yard, though?
Yeah, but we pick up the poop.
Yeah, but you're not washing the grass.
I'm not licking my
after
But
the
yes,
fact.
but God washed it yesterday, Chase.
That's fair.
I knew I could win that if I had
Yeah,
God.
yeah, that is-
That's just,
yeah,
hey,
that's
that's just.
fair.
Throwing
Yeah.
the big man.
You're playing chess. He's playing checkers, Jen.
We gotta take a break here on Jen Game and Chewy. Craig Carbon's coming up next.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We got some delays along eastbound 94 through the stadium interchange to about 35th Street. Westbound's actually looking pretty good. Not seeing too many delays there. Southbound on 41 backing up just south of Hampton down past Capitol Drive. The northbound side's a bit heavy from about Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Buying a home? Apply for stress-free mortgage from Great Midwest Bank and experience your state of banquility. Visit greatmidwestbank.com, your equal housing lender. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 80. Tonight, mainly clear, a low of 62. Weather's brought to you by Badgerland Junk. Clear the clutter fast with simple, stress-free cleanouts. From single items to full properties. Upfront pricing, no hidden fees. Visit badgerlandjunk.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Big games, big crowds, and even bigger prizes. If you're a sports fan, June is a great time to visit Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Hey, it's Jen Latta, and joining me today is Sarah Neubauer from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. All right, Sarah, let's talk about one of the biggest promotions happening right now, Bernie's $300,000 Journey. What is it all about?
Through June 25th, guests can earn entries simply by playing with their Potawatomi Rewards card for a chance to win a share of $300,000 in cash and reward play.
That's a lot of money up for grabs. What happens on drawing nights?
Every Thursday in June, we'll award cash prizes, reward play, and give lucky guests a chance to compete in Bernie's win ball game for even bigger winnings. Plus, all entries carry over to our Big League Series grand finale on June 26th.
And while we're on the topic of baseball, let's talk about one of the easiest ways to get to a Brewers game this summer.
Our Brewers game day shuttles make it easy. Just make a purchase in Potawatomi Sportsbook or place a same-day sports bet to receive a shuttle wristband. Shuttles leave from from the Annex. Parking is free and will get you to and from the game without the hassle.
That's a pretty good game plan. Now, another event that fans have circled on the calendar is this summer's biggest international soccer tournament. And Potawatomi Sportsbook is showing every match, right?
That's right. We're showing all 104 matches throughout the tournament on our massive video wall and screens across the sportsbook. Beyond the matches themselves, we've got special activations happening throughout the tournament, including Casamigos margarita sampling and giveaways on June 19th, a Michelob soccer-themed event on June 25th with mini games and chances to win free drinks, and a big final celebration on July 19th.
Sounds like it's more than just watching the matches. It's a full tournament experience and fun for everyone.
Exactly. Great food, drinks, giveaways, interactive events, and one of the best viewing atmospheres you'll find anywhere.
Big prizes, Brewers baseball, and a summer full of international soccer. So where can everyone go to learn more?
Potawatomi.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. For 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
This 4th of July, crack open something made for the red, white, and blissful. The new Americana Backyard Bliss Variety 8-pack is here just in time for America's 250th birthday, featuring 4 nostalgic flavors: strawberry, cherry, grape, and apple. It's the taste of backyard barbecues, fireworks at dusk, and long summer weekends packed into every can. This Independence Day, bring the nostalgia and bring the bliss with the new Americana Backyard Bliss Variety Pack from Carbliss. Available now at your local retailer or online at drinkcarbliss.com.
It's Friday, and that means it's time to check in with GKB President Craig Karmazin.
Has any market been as consistent where they only have one team than Wisconsin? We know Chicago hasn't been.
No.
Fridays with Mo.
Yeah, but until you win a championship, you can't really say that. And they've had one champ.
Chewy, we're going to just create an AI. The AI Chewy can just bring up championship. We don't even need Chewy.
They've had one championship.
What, is going to be put like a hologram over there?
Yeah. Craig Karmazin on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Saturn Lounge, your partner for marketing strategy, creative content, and winning campaigns. From websites to video and everything marketing, visit SaturnLounge.com to tell the world your story.
Riding high here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy as Chewy is celebrating a win in Rechew. Craig, are you riding high after the Knicks pulled off that incredible victory the other night and you were in the building at MSG for the win?
Oh, I get it, Jen. Riding high. Very funny. I like it.
What?
Yeah, why are you driving back? They have planes.
I mean, Chewy, I am here to award you your medal because you landed on a plane and actually came to work the next day. That is certainly award worthy. So thank you so much for your service.
Yep.
And we all appreciate it.
Craig, let me ask you a question. Are you one of the – there's 2 teams in, I believe, sports that have fake fans. The Lakers are one, and the Knicks are the other. Would you consider yourself a fake fan?
No. I mean, so first of all, I am driving because my flight got canceled, and the earliest I would get back, I could get back to Milwaukee with 3 connections or something by like 5:45 at night and earlier. So I'm going to get back by noon. Ty and I drove through the night, and that's what you do when you're locked in because it's the postseason. But
wait, how far of a drive is that?
It's probably
16, 14 hours. I don't know the exact mileage, but it's 14 hours. And so we left at 11 p.m. from the airport, and we've driven straight through.
Good for you guys.
Wait, so tell us what it was like being there, because, I've watched the clips over and over again. Can't get enough of the tip-in, obviously, to win the game for the Knicks. What was it like being in the building for that moment?
Yeah, so I was at Game 2 also in San Antonio and Game 4, and they were both absolutely incredible in different ways. And for me, obviously my connection now is to the Bucks, but as a kid, I convinced my dad, and we had season tickets, and I would take the train in before I even had a driver's license into the city and meet him at work and go there. And so and I went to the game with one of my high school friends, and so to be in the building for a game like that was unbelievably special, considering, I legitimately remember being there Game 5, 1993 Eastern Conference Finals, and legitimately as a 17-year-old, which is pretty old, to be crying when the team lost. Those are the kinds of emotions of losses that, teams have over that long, and the team hasn't won a championship since I've been alive. So it was just unbelievably special to be there. The crowd was weird. It was a crowd that was so focused on the officiating for the first, 2.5 quarters. And so it was a weird crowd, but obviously it was one of those things where you would hit a shot to be down 22 and the building was as loud as if they had just hit a shot to be down 5, because there's just such a connection with this team. So many of the players have, history with New York. They have such close connections with the Villanova guys, and it really is a special group.
We don't have to get into as we talk with Craig Karmazin on the Yuengling Guest Hotline. Craig Karmazin also brought to you by the Saturn Lounge. Connect with our friends Jim and Bennett for all your website and video needs. And we don't need to dive into the different reasons why the watch parties didn't happen, but does being there almost make you appreciate what happened here in Milwaukee in 2021 a little bit more, of how difficult it was, the unbelievable comeback, because the Bucks were down 2-0, and then all the different things, Chris scoring 40, Drew with the steal, Giannis with the block, Giannis scoring 50 to win those 4 games in a row, and then to have that many people outside Fiserv Forum also there to be a part of it, even though they couldn't be in the building.
The amount of people who I just said over the time I was there just appreciate every single second of this, because you just never know if it's ever going to happen again. And regardless of how these games go, just soak it in, because you're absolutely right. And by the way, think about, the play that De'Aaron Fox made at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same Drew Holiday decision. Up 1, last second, you have the ball. You should probably dribble it out. Drew had just stolen the ball from Devin Booker. He decided to throw the ball up for an alley-oop to Giannis, and De'Aaron Fox would take all the way to the hoop when both of them theoretically should have been dribbling out the clock. And both of those games ended with one team having the break of serve that seems like they're set up to win. So pretty amazing the way Giannis's dunk and the Chris Paul foul went compared to OG Anunoby making an incredible his block that's going to live forever in Knicks history, and then coming down on the next possession and having a tip in to win the game. So even when you're watching that game, you can't help but think about great moments from that Bucks run.
Can the Spurs recover, or is it over?
I mean, the Spurs came back from down 2-0 and beat the Knicks in that environment in Game 3, and they have such a good crowd. I don't see momentum being a thing in this series, but I also don't think the Knicks, are going to let the Spurs, I think, there's something about if these games are close, the Knicks have a really good chance to win. And if Stephon Castle didn't hit a really tough 3 in Game 3, I think the Knicks would have come back and won that game also. So I think the Spurs can win Game 5, but I don't think they can win the series.
Greg, let me be the first to wish you a happy Miz-iversary, as it is the 1-year anniversary of Jacob Mizorowski making his debut with the Brewers. Gabe described the difference between him last year at this time and today as a quantum leap. What is your reaction to just how quickly Jacob Mizorowski has established himself as one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball?
Well, I also questioned Gabe saying that Verlander was the last pitcher to win MVP. Do we not say Shohei Ohtani as a pitcher? I feel like he's a pitcher, right?
But he
Gotta
won
give
it
him
not
some
because
love.
he's a pitcher. He won it because he's a designated hitter who hits 50 home runs.
So
And steals 50 bases.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually think it should be a thing like moving forward where Miz Day is a day where everyone can be miserable. I think Chewy was onto something there, but it really is amazing how like it's almost like it's the best of both things you thought were possible. It was like either this guy's going to be a sideshow who just throws the ball 104 miles an hour and does things that a starting pitcher has never done, or this guy's going to have to figure out how to pitch, and then maybe he could become an elite, like, Cy Young contender type pitcher. And, like, somehow both of those are happening. Like, it's insane. Like, watching what he did in that first inning against the Yankees, or watching last week when he set the record for the fastest pitch by a starter, and seeing what he did for an entire month in May. Like, this is just, the last time I saw anything like this, and it really reminds me of it, is what Dwight Gooden did in his second year in 1985. That's how long, to me, you have to go back to see a season dominant. Gooden ended up 24-4 with like a 150 or some crazy ERA that year. For a guy to be that electric that early in his career, and for batters to have just no chance against them. And for Gooden, it was his curveball that was just so outrageous. And for Miz, in this day and age, for it to be a fastball when everyone throws a fastball is just amazing, especially when, like, you go back to the postseason last year, I almost think his fastball wasn't even his best pitch. And the fact that his fastball has been this dominating is just insane.
Yeah, and it's really been, again, like, in working deep into games, like you said, he's become a pitcher. We need to, Craig, we need to pack the ballpark every day that he is pitching inside American Family Field as a fan base, because you just don't know what he's going to do. Like, we're on no-hitter watch at 8:45 in the morning. Like, he could throw a no-hitter tonight. He could go out there and just deal. Like, we're on no-hitter watch. That's how good Jacob Mizorowski is.
I mean, I still will not say he's the face of Wisconsin sports yet, but he is absolutely on the way. And I'm all for the celebration of Miz Day, because the other thing is we'll find out how the collective bargaining agreement changes when Major League Baseball figures things out. But the beauty of baseball is you do have these guys for so long at the beginning of their careers. Like, there's so many years that they're under team control that it's not like, God, should I buy the jersey? Is he going to be there? Like, he's one of those guys where you can actually, like, emotionally, like, let yourself get into it, because he's going to be under team control for a long time. So he's going to be a Milwaukee Brewer, which is just beyond exciting.
Are you driving right now? Yourself? Driving
I'm actually a passenger. I drove the first 7 hours.
The theme
we got
of
to
this
Cleveland and then handed it off.
The theme of this show has been self-awareness. So I'm just wondering if you've come to your own self-awareness where you realize that you are not a good driver.
I don't think I'm a good driver, but I'm a better driver
there
than
we
Ty.
go.
I can tell you that.
That's all I need.
Yeah, I mean,
whoa, throwing Ty under the bus
Currently
like that?
chauffeuring your butt, and you're just going to take him out?
I mean, he's not chauffeuring me. We each drove half the drive. I mean, I drove through the middle of the night, and, like, I drove until it got light out.
Right, and I would say that you were then chauffeuring him, but now he's chauffeuring you in particular so you can make this radio appearance on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, right?
Now, like, you know how when it's like the person's like, yeah, you could go to sleep, and you're like, nah, I'm kind of just, like, fearing for my life a little because how close you're following cars right now, and, like, I just need to, like, get that comfort level with how you drive. So, like, I'll say, like, no, I'm good and I'm not tired, but I'm really just, like, I need that first, like, kind of 30, 40 miles just to, like, make sure that, like, I'm not going to die. So, like, that's kind of how the drive, that's how the handoff worked when we got to Cleveland.
I do think before we let Craig go, though, we should ask for an executive decision on the Matty Hayes salmon in the microwave thing from earlier this week. Craig, were you made aware of this situation?
Wait. There was the Matty Hayes. What happened?
She reheated salmon in the microwave in the office.
Yeah, see, I'm not aware of like things in life, so like I don't know why that's bad.
See, I gave her a pass
You
because
just praised him for self-awareness, and then he follows it up by saying, "I'm not aware of things in life."
But I think me and Craig are aligned, and we both agree that Maddie is probably the nicest person in Milwaukee, because it sounds like Craig's kind of giving her a pass. Now, if I said Josh,
No, no, I really don't know why you wouldn't like. I would reheat salmon in the microwave, so I don't know what's wrong with that.
It makes the entire office stink. Anytime you reheat fish in the microwave, it just unleashes an unholy smell that nobody should have to deal
And it's not the same scent as warming up a chicken breast.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's fine. I'm not. I'm saying it's kosher. I'm allowing it.
As someone who
That's
has
a
never
problem.
smelled. Yeah, as somebody who has clearly never smelled.
when the boss says, "Hey, it's not a problem,"
Maybe we should get him some salmon and have him reheat it in his own microwave when he gets home, back to his
I do have
palatial
salmon.
estate.
I have salmon in my fridge at home. I actually have a pesto salmon in my fridge at home, and I can reheat it for dinner and share the results next Friday.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
All right, Craig. Safe travels. Appreciate you joining us this morning. And apparently, are we saying go Knicks? Is that the goal here?
No.
We are saying go Knicks.
Okay.
You know, part of the Good Karma and ESPN New York family, and also we are only a week from Tuesday, NBA draft.
Yep, we're
so
aware.
it is a big month for the Milwaukee Bucks.
We're very aware. Craig, have a great one. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, he left us. He was joining us, though, on the Yingling hotline, so we appreciate him taking the time this morning to join us as he drives back from New York after being at that epic basketball game.
Again, and our chat with Craig Carmenson brought to you by Saturn Lounge. Reach out to Saturn Lounge to tell the world your story.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Your road to the ESPN Milwaukee Open starts with one lucky phone call.
We got some delays
Listen
along
to
eastbound
On the Tee
94
Tuesdays from
through the
6 to
stadium
7 p.m. on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee for your chance to qualify. 10 listeners will each receive a randomly assigned golfer in the Memorial Tournament, and the highest finish wins the grand prize twosome.
Thanks to Delzer, a division of Proof, The Bog, Marquette Athletics, Tony Wendorf and Associates, Events by Design, Boucher Automotive, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Loyal Family Renovations, Gruber Law Offices, and Siding Unlimited.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
I started our landscaping company, Brett Ochtenhagen Seasonal Services, in 1994. We have other businesses, a trucking company, investment properties, and we board and raise quarter horses. I met Chris from Horicon Bank over 20 years ago, and we really hit it off. A few years back, we made our largest capital commitment ever. Chris understood our vision, supported it, and 5 years later, our annual equipment maintenance costs are down, and our fleet is amazing. Chris and Horicon Bank helped make that happen.
Horicon Bank, together doing good for 130 years. Member FDIC.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank. Member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code BUDGET to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money, so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code BUDGET to borrow up to $10,000. Use code BUDGET to borrow up to $10,000.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, So knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a superior light beer to match it. From the pitch to the pour, Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy Michelob Ultra while watching FIFA World Cup 26 at Zocalo Milwaukee, Social House Menominee Falls, Nomad World Pub Milwaukee, and Three Lions Shorewood. Michelob Ultra, enjoy responsibly. 2026 Anheuser-Busch, Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Did you know that fact, though?
No, I didn't.
You didn't know that fact?
Is that just
No.
a fact, Brig? Yeah. I mean, that's what Chewy does. Chewy knows the most facts of anyone on the show.
He also knows the most fiction.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Back here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy as we continue celebrating the Miz-iversary. Happy Miz-iversary. Jacob Mizorowski on the mound tonight against the Phillies. It is the 1-year anniversary of his debut with your Milwaukee Brewers. And in roughly 12 months, or I guess exactly 12 months, but you could argue that he did some of this prior to today, Mizorowski went from a top prospect, a promising pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers, to an all-star, undoubtedly, a Cy Young candidate, an opening day starter, and arguably the most important player for your first place Milwaukee Brewers. It has been remarkable. It has been incredible. I feel so fortunate as somebody who goes to the ballpark, who watches this team, to be able to witness his greatness on a weekly basis, Gabe.
Yeah, and you need to go out there and appreciate it. I hope the ballpark is packed tonight. I hope people are going crazy when he throws out that first pitch against what's a pretty good Phillies team. Should be a fun series this weekend, and it kicks off with Miz being the first guy out of the chute for the Crew.
What round was he drafted in? Because that's the first, with players like that, you always sit there and go, like, how did so many teams? I mean, you get it with Brady. If you look at his combine videos, it's like, this guy's a schlump, you know? But with the Miz,
he was a second-round pick.
A second-round pick, but with the Miz, you're like, all right, the guy can throw heat like nobody's business.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can turn that into something. It'd be like some player running a 4.31 at the combine. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone's going to go, all right, he's got what it takes. I can mold it.
But can he catch?
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the Miz. But
Sure.
in your example, like, it's all great to have blazing speed. Can you catch at all?
Can he control the 100-plus mile-an-hour heat?
And that's what it was for Jacob Mizorowski.
I would roll the dice.
Well, and again, the Brewers have the luxury of knowing that they have this pitching lab, that they have all of these ways, changing the arm angle and changing up the repertoire and whatnot, ways of getting the most out of these guys. I believe I saw yesterday people were saying on social media there's another guy who they went out and got, and then they've stuck him in the lab, and all of a sudden he's starting to have, he's starting to leap off the page.
It was 3
a little
days.
bit.
They acquired that guy over the weekend. He came in and added 4 miles per hour on average.
Oh, my God.
Just,
Really?
I don't know.
He was throwing
what,
94, and then he was throwing 98.
What did Joel? Gabe, you'll have to remind me of his name.
Yeah, I'm blanking.
They
on it.
acquired him for cash, and I was like, whatever. Who knows if we'll even see him? And then next thing you know, it's 99. 3 days later.
Oh.
It's just crazy when you think about a franchise that has guys
Joel
like
Kuhnel.
Thank you. Robin Yount, Paul Mahler, Ryan Braun, Christian Yelich, et cetera, et cetera. None of those guys, I don't think, became the organization's centerpiece this fast.
No.
This quickly, right? We knew that there was a possibility and that they would eventually be the face of the franchise. But this has happened seemingly overnight. So 2 Games Point, get out to the ballpark, celebrate the Miz's anniversary, cheer for those Brewers, and have a great weekend, everybody. We'll be in town.
Southbound on 41, still a little bit tight south of Appleton Avenue down past Capitol.